morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Thanks for joining me this morning. Let's get into some headlines. We're starting in Henry County this morning, where 5 people, including 3 children, were hospitalized following a serious accident Tuesday afternoon. The incident happened at the intersection of Highway 97 and Otho Road near Fisherman's Cutoff. Newly discovered information has confirmed the injured included a 9-year-old and 2 6-year-olds that were all traveling in one of the vehicles. 2 of the children were taken to Dothan Hospital, while one was life-flighted to the Children's Hospital in Birmingham. Officials did not release the children's or adult driver's specific injuries. In Dothan, a high-speed chase on New Year's Eve ended in a dramatic crash and knocking out power in parts of Dothan. Columbia police first alerted Houston County 911 Tuesday evening to a black Dodge Charger speeding westbound on Highway 52. The vehicle was reported to be traveling at around 138 miles per hour and was then intercepted by Kinsey police as it entered Webb. Gordon Police Chief Keith Gray also clocked the Charger at speeds of 140 miles per hour during the pursuit. Now, this chase ended at around 6 p.m. when the Charger crashed at North Beverly Road and Columbia Highway. The collision downed a power pole and live wires. Now, just moments after the crash, the Charger caught fire, but all occupants escaped before the vehicle became fully engulfed in flames. Law enforcement detained several individuals at gunpoint, with initial reports suggesting one person fled on foot. However, authorities later determined that the driver had not run, and he eventually admitted to being behind the wheel of the car. Heading over to Enterprise now, where the City Hall will be closed today and tomorrow as part of ongoing renovation efforts. However, city staff will be available to assist citizens by phone and email. In the mayor's office, revenue, accounting and finance, magistrate's office, and water department will all be inaccessible to the public during this time. Getting into some state news now. As the new year rolls around, we have a bunch of new laws going to effect here in Alabama. The first one we're going to talk about is enhanced child care support. House Bill 358 is introducing tax credits and grants to improve child care options for working parents. This initiative includes an employer tax credit, a child care provider tax, and grants for nonprofit child care providers. Now, when it comes to more of these, training for first responders, House Bill 126 mandates is a regular training for firefighters and emergency medical personnel on interacting with individuals who have sensory needs or invisible disabilities. This training can be completed online or in person. And this is all aiming to improve first responders' ability to assess all community members effectively. The next one we're going to talk about is the tax exemptions for military personnel. Now, this bill expands state income tax exemptions to include certain compensations for National Guard and Reserve members deployed outside the United States or activated for specific emergencies. This measure provides financial relief to those serving our country in critical times. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is mandatory training for municipal officers. This bill requires mayors and members of municipal government bodies to participate in training during each year of their first elected term. This training covers 21 subjects, including general powers, duties, and ethics to ensure informed and effective local government. And then we're going to have the involuntary commitment procedures. Now, this bill authorizes probate judges to involuntarily commit individuals with co-occurring substance use disorders secondary to mental and commitment individuals with occurring substance use and disorders secondary to mental illness. It also establishes procedures for placing limitations on an individual's liberty and determining appropriate medical evaluations. This is aiming to provide necessary care while safeguarding individual rights. Now, that was a mouthful, but if you do want to kind of read more in the whole rundown, you can go and check that out on our website. Now, before we go this morning, we're going to get into our weather for what we can expect today. And let's see, it is going to be a chilly start today with clear skies. It was definitely cold this morning. It was about 37 when I left for work. But for the rest of the day, you can expect sunny skies with a high of only about 59. So a very chilly day today, so don't forget that coat. And winds are going to be about 5 to 10 miles per hour, adding a slight chill to the air. Going to kick off this new year, but what can you expect? It's January and it's going to get even colder. We'll talk a little bit more about that today in our 4 p.m. broadcast. But look, there's also only, let's go back to that, a 2% chance of rain. So while it is going to be cold, it's going to be pretty much dry. So that's some good news. Well, that's going to do it for me this morning. Thanks so much for joining us today, and I will see you back here at 4.